Abraham, can I ask about my other question, about pushing against?
Whatever you want.
Okay. When I first met you, I heard this expression, pushing against. I didn't know really what it meant. But now I do, because I realized that that's what I've been doing a lot.
Before you go further, we want to offer an analogy that's going to really lay a good basis for what you're going to say next. So, Jerry and Esther created a really beautiful pond in San Antonio at the office. It's at the center. It has headwaters and it flows and has rapids and flows into a big holding pond at the end where there are beautiful fish. And there are drains in the bottom of the pond, or suction, that takes the water out of the pond into a pipe under the ground, into a pump house, into a filter. Then the filtered water comes back into the pond. And when it is working properly, the fish are happy, the water is clear, and all is well. But over time, the pipes that come back into the pond have become increasingly filled with hard water and some caliche, which is a very hard-forming rock-like soil almost. And these inlets have become clogged. But the filter is still doing its work. In other words, it's still sucking the water into it. And it's doing its best to push the water back. But because the pipes are clogged, now the filter is feeling the pressure of it. And so the meter that should read 8 pounds is reading 40. And the pump is working really, really hard and not going to survive much longer. In fact, needed to be replaced. Almost bulging with its effort. So, pretty simple remedy. Either clean out the pipes, which could not be done easily because of the twists and turns in them, or replace them. Just reroute them. Just put new pipes to make the water flow. And in the moment that the pumps are now turned back on, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Ah, pure positive energy. So, as Esther is watching this visual, she is thinking about herself or about any of you, that she's moving through life asking for a lot. And universal forces and law of attraction are delivering the goods to her. But in her resistance, or in her pushing against, she's got clogged pipes. So she keeps asking, so the desire keeps being drawn, and the pump or source keeps answering, but in her resistance, what happens? Pretty logical, isn't it? So our message is just open your pipes. And if they're badly clogged, just reroute them. Don't have surgery. And don't work too hard on trying to unclog all of them, because the more attention you give to it, the more clogging you do. Just reroute the pipes. Just find other things that feel sort of good and focus upon it. And before you know it, you'll be free-flowing again. So pushing against is what people do when they know that they want something and it doesn't look like it's happening. And so then they're trying to manually or physically or verbally push everything out of the way that's in the way, you see.
To be more precise, how can I feel at home when I'm living where I do, and I don't feel at home as soon as I get home? So this pushing against, and I can feel it right now. I mean, not right now, but often just when I'm having activities that make my momentum goes high, then I open and can feel this 5 minutes.
The reason that we offered the analogy to you that we did is because sometimes the more processes you try to perform, the more effort you make at feeling better, the more you just jam up your pipes, and then the harder your pump works and the worse you feel. And that's why we began saying, go general. Leave the specifics behind for a little while. Just focus upon the things that you do know that make you able to breathe. Acknowledge how your life is going well generally. Try to stay off the topics that are annoying or troubling. Just try to relax more. Distract yourself as best you can. We really want you to feel the pressure within your body that negative emotion is. We want you to care about the pressure within you that negative emotion is, and to reach for the ease within you that positive emotion is. Just feel the difference between being bound up and free flowing. And then just do anything you can in any moment to free it up a little more, instead of digging in the attitude that you're going to conquer this and you're going to fix it and you're going to get it and you're going to understand it and you're going to get to the bottom of it once and for all, because you're not. You're not ever going to get it done. You're not ever going to get it all figured out. But in this moment, you have many more options than you are exercising, because you do have the ability to take the pressure off now. You do. You have the ability to take the pressure off. Somebody picks a fight with you. You can engage or you can walk away. Which one releases the pressure and which one adds to it? You find yourself in the middle of a negative thought about someone. You can move further with it. You can get the momentum going, or you can disengage from that thought. You have the ability to do it. You can add to the pressure or you can relieve the pressure. In every moment, you have that option. No exceptions. It doesn't matter how high flying your disc is or how low flying your disc is. It doesn't matter where that grid is. You have the ability to improve your vibration. You have the ability to let it flow. We just want to make it really, 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 really clear that you've already done step one. It's already doing everything it can with all of the universal forces to flow into your experience. You've got to find step three, which is the allowing step. You did step one, you ask. It's doing step two, it's returning, it's giving it to you, it's giving it to you. You've got to do something. You got to unclog your pipes. And you do that by just chilling out, by looking for a reason to feel good, by looking for a reason to compliment, by taking a nap, by meditating a little bit. That's a wonderful way. By listening to music, get in your car and take a ride. Esther has been burning up the highways in her little R8, up the freeway, down the freeway, up the freeway. People say, "Where are you going?" She says, "I have no idea." You have no destination? No, I'm just going. Why are you going? Because it feels so good to go. Well, do you have any idea where you're going? Not really. Do you know when you'll be back? Not really. Where are you going? I have no idea. Why are you going? Because it feels so good to go. Where are you going? I don't know. When are you coming back? I don't know that either. I'm just going. I'm just doing this because right now I can't think of anything more fun to do than this. And as long as this feels this much fun, I'm going to do this.
In other words, it's taking out all of the notion of production, that to be productive is to have, it's really...
That jammed up your pipes. That jammed up your pipes. That jammed up your pipes. That's just going to jam up your pipes more. When you suck more gunk into already clogged pipes, you are going to make really clogged pipes.
But it's really to relearn the source of satisfaction, because what I have learned actually is to be satisfied, you have to have this minimum of productivity.
Well, we wouldn't say relearn the source of satisfaction. We would say remember the feeling of it. In other words, this is the reason that we're bringing this down to a very easy to understand. Can't you feel the difference between pressure and ease? Can't you? Can't you feel the difference between tension and the flow? Can't you feel the difference between free flowing? That's why we are so happy that you're here, because there's nothing you can do about any of those things back home. They're irrelevant to you. They're irrelevant to you. This is a really good opportunity for your pipes to clear out. In fact, now that you're here, we've laid new pipes, and they're wide open. They're free flowing, you see. Yeah, really good. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.